Yo, what's going on?
Oh, how are you doing today?
Another Friday, another fun time.
It definitely is another Friday, another fun time.
So we got an exciting show today. Actually, we got an exciting show today, don't we?
Yeah, we do have an exciting show today. We got a couple of exciting guests. They got some really big collections. We got Rock'n Rowe, who is the what does he call himself? The Soda King. That's it, the Soda King. And you know what? I've got to say that he is the Soda King. I've never seen anybody open as many sodas as he does.
I was watching his live last night with Slapshot and Professor. I can't remember the rest of his name, but anyways, I was watching them last night, and I think Poppin' Duos was on there too. And he was opening up a bunch of soda pops, trying to get some chases. They didn't get lucky. Well, I was there at least. Maybe I was the bad luck guy. I don't know, but it was definitely fun to watch. But yeah, he opened some crazy soda pops.
He really does, and he opens a lot of them. I mean, just like a lot of them. You know, I thought that I was like into the sodas like right at the beginning, but I actually think that he might have beat me there a little.
Oh, I think he beat you there and then jumped over.
Yeah, he jumped like way past me. He like just he made a big hurdle to go past me. You know, like right before we came on, I'm over here laughing, and I think that most people here probably know that we talk before we go live, right? I mean, people don't honestly think that like we just like show up all live like on a Zoom call. And I was kind of like humming Wild Thing. Do you remember that song? You know, I had to like I've been going through some like 70s and 80s like laughing today about the old songs that we used to listen to. Do you still listen to any of the old stuff?
I'm stuck in the 90s. So that's a decade I can really pretty much I grew up in high school, stuff like that. So I still go back to a lot of those older like 90s type of music. But yeah, I'm badly stuck in the 90s.
So you don't listen to any like music today?
I listen to some. Like I said, I mean, I try to listen to all kinds of music, but typically I always seem to gravitate towards the 90s.
Oh, well, I still like gravitate toward the 90s, but I still like listen to some of the music that's coming out today. Now, I can't get into like the modern like hip hop or none of that, but I still listen to like the new like Five Finger Death Punch is still coming out with albums.
No, if it's a 90s band and they got new music, that's a different story.
There you go.
I'll listen to the newer stuff. I've still been on a classic Linkin Park thing lately, but you know.
So let's get right into this one today. What is your mystery box of the week?
I actually found a good one the other day, and I'm probably going to grab some of these. I think they just put this out today, and I think it's kind of cool. I still got the overlay on. My bad.
Overlay on.
I got to get with JB and figure out how to do that conversion thing, man. He's got that down pat. I still got a lot to learn from JB, which I didn't.
Don't we all, though? I mean, hold on. Let's be fair.
But Poptopia, I know I've heard a lot of ups and downs about Poptopia. I've never ordered from them yet. But they have it's a Friday surprise. This is a total of a 60 box run. Each box has one Funko Pop, so $10 for one Funko Pop. I mean, I think that's a good average price either way. I mean, it's $1 more than you'd buy it at Walmart or Target, and it's less than you'd buy it at Hot Topic. So I think $10 for a mystery box, and these are some of your top hits right here, which is the Funko Shop Inspector Gadget. And the Balrog from Lord of the Rings, which that thing is actually pretty awesome. But those are your and actually everyone comes with the ships with a pop protector. So hey, why not? So I'm probably gonna get a couple myself.
So is this that's a pretty decent price. So this is not like one of those like high rollers or high stakes or
no. This isn't one of those big ones and stuff like that. I was gonna try to get onto some of that a little bit earlier. But I found this, and I was like, dude, for 60 boxes, $10 a piece, why not? And you actually get to pick. What nice part of this is you actually get to pick your number, so you can actually see how many are left, and they basically prepackage these in advance and give them by numbers, so you get to pick what number you want.
So is there any big hits in this one?
The two big hits are the Inspector Gadget and the and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the Balrog.
I'm not going to attempt to say it.
It's a big devil-looking dude from and I don't know what I just did, from Lord of the Rings.
I still can't say Lucha Libre, so I'm not even going to. I probably slaughtered it again.
And it's glow in the dark, so why not? So out of a $60 run, like I said, even if you didn't get the top hit, I mean, $10 for a pop,
right?
And that's
you can't beat that. That's not bad. And is that's not counting shipping, right? So they're going to charge you shipping.
Yeah, you'll still get shipping fees on top of that, but that's not that much.
No, that's not bad. I mean, that's tolerable.
So, what is before we do your pop pick of the week, and then we will start getting the people in the chat because I know I'm getting way behind on my comments down here.
So I think at some point I decided that my pop pick of the weeks were going to just simply be pops that were not necessarily, I'm not going to say released this week, but they ended up in the Funko shop this week. And so that's going to be the ones that I'm going to start picking as my pop pick of the week. So these will honestly be pops that you can go get your hands on. So my pop pick of this week is going to be the Evel Knievel. The Evel Knievel comes with a chase variant as well, you know. So and that chase variant right now is going to be the strongest chase variant of 2021, hands down. I mean, right now that one has it going on. and I see our buddy Rock'n Rowe down there. He's showing the Evel Knievel on his motorcycle. I mean, that's a really hot one. I gave it to the other one though, just because he does have a chase variance, and that chase variance is so strong. So that's going to be the pop pick of the week.
I told you in your chat you need to come on here dressed like Evel Knievel one of these days. The whole cape, everything like that.
I can't do it. I can't. Maybe one day, maybe I'll take and make a sticker with the Evel Knievel guy. I really haven't been able to think about how I would do that, just because how would you know it was Evel Knievel at that point? I mean, at least with like the 1989 Joker, you knew looking at that, you were like, oh yeah, that's the 1989 Joker. Not so much with Evel Knievel though.
Gotcha. But like I said, not too bad. So let's hit up this chat real quick.
I see that they're building up over there.
Yeah, they're definitely building up. We definitely got a good amount of people, and of course we know the Bearded Barbarian is already talking trash over there, especially after that box he sent me this week that I opened up. He started something that I'm gonna have to keep on going.
What did he do?
You know how that happens.
What did he do?
He sent me a nice box for Christmas, which of course I opened up late. And what pop was in it? But a Fortnite pop.
Oh, Bearded Barbarian, you shouldn't have started that one. You remember like when I started the whole like duct tape, right? So I took one and I put a little bit of duct tape on it, and I mailed it to him, and funny. I made a whole video about it. I was being funny. He sends me one back with 10 rolls of duct tape, 3 boxes, and 4 things of cellophane. I can't believe that you attempted to do that one. Don't be surprised if you find 100.
But it was great. He got me 100%. I didn't expect it. Didn't even think about it. And yeah, he got me 100%.
So look, don't be surprised if he sends you like 100 of them back if you come home one day and your whole porch is full of Fortnite Funkos. Just don't be surprised about that one.
Well, let's get to this chat. We had somebody on earlier. We had Juicer. I don't know. I'm
not saying it. I'm not going. Because look, what I'm on to say.
Both of us are horrible with spelling out names. So if we mispronounce your names, hey, that just is going to happen. Of course, we got the troublemaker among all. The Barbarian. We got Hails to the Kingdom, Chase's Kingdom. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
We've got one of the greatest moderators out there, Christina Payne. We've got out there Andy Roberts, all the way from UK. Usually the whole family watches us. We do appreciate it. We've got Jesse Lou Comics and Pops. What's going on, buddy? We've got King Bob, Adventures in Collecting, TGIF. I do agree with that. Thank God. We've got our good buddy over here at JB from Discovery Bay Comics.
What's up, JB?
He put out some really great videos this week. They're short, but they're fantastic.
Now
he's doing his top expensive ones, and I told him, you got to have more Marvel in there. There's more Marvel that's more expensive.
Speaking of JB, real quick, are we doing a WandaVision review next Saturday?
I would think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now you're talking to me. Now you're talking.
I'm going to be talking about WandaVision tonight on TechBot After Dark.
Right, but are we doing the episode review next week?
I would like to think so. I think he was down for it. I'm pretty sure JKL was.
JKL says he is game.
So, who else we got in here? Yes. We got Kenneth Bird. What's going on, Kenneth? Good to see you tonight. We've got Debauchery Trapper. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't pronounce that. the culinary trapper. Wow, did I say debauchery? Wow, I am so sorry about that one. I screwed that one up badly.
I'm gonna let you keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
I'm just hanging myself over here, so you guys can just let me go. We got Michael David. What is going on? We've also got who else we got? Oh wow, I just scrolled way too far past everything. We got Rock'n Rowe, man. He's been going at it in the chat. We got him sitting out in the back. He will be coming on very soon, guys. We've also got Very Gary Comics. What's going on? Appreciate you coming in. We've got Mama J. What's going on? Poptopia, if that just sold out, I literally just brought up this this website not that long ago, unless it sold out in the past 30 minutes. But I am not sure.
Ooh, see the power of your mystery box pick of the week.
I know. They have one left. The one I'm holding.
They should have paid you for that one.
There is one left. The one that I am actually on, which is number 46. So maybe I'll have to hold on to that and buy it myself.
They should have paid you for that one.
We've got our good buddy over at K-Nail Collectibles. What's going on? We got Drew Somerville. What's happening? Drew, appreciate you coming to the show. And who else? We can't forget our great buddy over at K Titus, all the way over in Japan. And then we got one more just popped in, Anthony Just Blaze. Hey, I could pronounce that one just fine. Appreciate you coming over from Rock'n Rowe.
Yes,
and
appreciate it, brother.
Speaking of Rock'n Rowe,
let's bring him on here.
He is a fantastic guy, and he is been very helpful to come over and decide to come and hang out with us. So let me get his thing up here. So let's bring him on in here.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, man? I appreciate you coming in and taking time out to chat with us.
Oh, it's awesome that you guys had me on. I was waiting until I got my invite. I've been waiting for a couple months.
I know we should probably do more of these because I do get messages all the time. People are like, hey, when are you going to talk to me about my collection? I'm like, we're getting around to it.
Yeah. First thing we got to clear up though is I never named myself the Soda King. That was given to me by a couple bigger name YouTubers that caught on, and it stuck. So I'm embracing it now.
I'd own that all day long.
Exactly. I don't think you had to call yourself the Soda King.
No. But people, I get some flack every once in a while for that. But no, I didn't come up with that. But I'm definitely going to use it from now on.
That's right.
I would. Say the Soda King.
Yeah. Yep.
But hey, of course, right behind you, of course, is your giant stack of collection. And so I guess the first thing I want to ask is, when did you start collecting?
Probably about 11, 12 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
I had a feeling that was the answer.
Unfortunately, this is just my office. I have stuff everywhere, just like you guys do. You get boxes every day. Sodas I'm stockpiling. These are cases of sodas back here.
Good Lord.
Those aren't what I open on the channel. I open individual stuff from different stores on the channel. That I'm just putting away for the future. That's going to be another year or two. I'll crack those guys open.
Nice.
So,
are you picking up sodas at stores?
Yeah, there's a couple online that I can get cases from. Like my individuals that I open on the channel I have a local toy company here that has sodas all the time. So
that sounds like an awesome toy company. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I gotta find one of those over here.
Yeah, they get them pretty quick too. They do. They get them pretty fast.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about pre-ordering that or nothing. You can just go out there and grab them.
Well, I use Monthly Pops. Parker over at Monthly Pops, I pre-order all my sodas from them from the get-go. So he knows I want every one that comes out, and I want at least 2 cases of everything. But buying a case, you're guaranteed a chase, but you're also guaranteed 5 commons. So that kind of stinks. It's not fun, Yeah,
you getting a lot of the same item over and over again.
Yeah, so I mean that's the reason I got hooked on them. And when nobody really liked them at first, it was because of the chase. Cracking them open and looking for that chase.
Oh, those chases were very, very difficult to get to. I mean, and you don't know by just out. You have to open it up to find it out.
Yep.
Yes. See, I don't know. I was on the sodas right when they came out. I just didn't hit them on the scale that you hit them. I hit the onesies and twosies, but this is going to bring me into a question that I have to ask you, because if you're buying them by the case, that means you're ending up with a lot of extra ones. What are you doing with them? Are you selling them on Whatnot? Or
no, I don't sell very. I honestly, I'm kind of a hoarder right now with them, but I do sell some. When anybody hits me up on Instagram, they're always up for sale. And I give them a great price. My patrons, I have some great patrons. I just send them out to them every month. If they're $15 and above Patreon, they get a soda every month. So
nice.
I get with them, find out which ones they have, which ones they need. I give a lot away. I really do. Because I don't need them all. Like, I don't need all the extras.
Well, I've discovered that's the problem with playing Chase Roulette.
Yeah.
Is that at some point you end up with a lot of the same Funkos or even the same sodas, because it's essentially the same thing, right? You're just playing it on a different scale.
And I have a ton of that too. I got Dumb and Dumber behind me.
Played that one.
Yeah, for
that
Chase Roulette. Yeah, and I have Evil Knievel coming.
I think I'm going to do that one.
I picked up the Common and the Chase from that Brad's Toys. So I did get my hands on them because I'm like you, bro. This is childhood memories for me.
That has got to be one of the strongest pops of 2021 so far.
It's just my childhood, you know?
Right. I mean, look, I understand. I clearly understand it. To me, that was really early childhood for me, though. That was when you were 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, and everybody had a little bit of Evil Knievel on them at some point. I mean, we were making zip lines and jumping off our house with trash bags.
Yeah. Jumping, remember the one the motorcycle and you wind it up and it takes off?
Yeah.
We used to jump that over beds of nails, and we'd start fires and launch them over that, and it's just crazy stuff.
No, I never got that creative. It always involved me getting hurt.
That was California days, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, sodas, I embraced it early, and then I just kept going. Once I started opening them on the channel, everybody started to ask me more questions. Are you going to get this? Are you going to do that? Do more of this? So I just started. I keep buying them. So everybody's loving it. So I'm going to keep going with it.
I would, like I said, it's definitely. If you get somebody that gave you that name, you definitely embrace it.
Yeah.
But as far as I see you got the ones that you leave behind, stuff like that. What would you say is your total number? You've been collecting for 11 months. How many pops do you have?
I don't know. I think I have an issue. I would say
don't we all?
Funko Pop's probably 1,500 to 2,000.
Wow, that's a lot to amass in 11 months.
And a lot of that too is, I do Chase Roulettes, and I still may have 10 left of this certain pop. But like I said, I try to give them away when the time's right. But yeah, sodas, I lost count on my sodas. Since I've been getting these cases the last couple weeks, I don't know how many sodas I have. I am still missing the 2 Freddy Funko Chases though.
Those are 2. Okay.
Yeah,
that was the ones that they just released online, and that you get.
I straight missed those too. Yeah, I straight missed those. But look, I quit trying to keep up with them. As you can see, I got them all the way up on the top, and I don't have near the collection that you have back behind you there. No,
well, if you need any comments to complete your set, or there's ones you still need, let me know.
I kind of just gave up on being a completionist on them. I started being a completionist in the beginning. I got to maybe 24 is what I think I have up there, and then I just kind of stopped. They started releasing too many.
Oh, this last 2 months, oh my gosh, it's just not stop. It's crazy.
And I think it's going to get worse into 2021. I think because they're realizing sodas are becoming very popular and a big money maker, and I think that they are going to increase that come 2021.
And and it makes me feel good though when you get these messages, and you feel bad, but you feel good at the same time. Is that, oh, you got me hooked on Funko Soda? Their wife's probably kicking their butt, and they're hooked now. Same with Super Plastic, So
hey, so do you? I see back behind you that you have some Super Plastics. I see the one all the way to the left. I actually have sitting up above me, which is going to be
up here, up top,
all the way to your right. So that's that one's janky.
No, those are crankies.
Those are crankies.
Yeah, those are. Let me grab one.
So I have the one that you have. If you stand up all the way to the left, I have that one. I have the green rattle can. I don't have none of those. Some of them are so hard to get your hands on that it's almost impossible.
Well, that's the beauty of it. They're so limited.
Yeah, that's what I told everybody. They're
You know.
Right.
So Series 3 of the minis just came out, and they have this. Sketch one has this one now.
Oh,
That's funny.
But check it out. Check it out.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
no, that's all of them. Look, I got into them probably this time last year. I went to Chicago. There was a toy store there. They had a whole bunch of them. I winded up grabbing one of the and I keep saying cranky, but I could be wrong. I grabbed one of those, and then after that, I ordered one of those rattle cans. It took me forever to get a rattle can just because they are so hard to get your hands on. And I see that you have a whole bunch of them back there.
Yeah, I think I'm missing like 3 of the very first ones, like the ones they used for the Kickstarter. They're so expensive.
Right.
I don't need every color. I just picked up the gold one. I get them now. I'm on their fan page or whatever, so I get every 24 hours before they get released. I get a shot at it if I want it. So
Nice.
But yeah, super plastic is my other passion. I really like it. I'm into art, and I'm into the colors and the artists and all that stuff. So that's kind of what got me hooked on super plastic.
So does that mean that you get into other designer plastics?
Yeah.
Or you just kind of like hanging out in super plastic right now?
Super plastic, Kid Robot. I have a few chomps over there, not too many. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've collected stuff. I have a garage full of sports cards still, like ridiculous amounts. NASCAR collectibles. I have a ton of that in the garage. Just ridiculous stuff that I don't collect anymore, but it's still out there.
Mm.
So now it's just this soda game now.
Soda game. What was your first Funko Pop?
First Funko Pop it's funny you asked that question because it's a nothing. It's a Elf on the Shelf from 2013, I think it is, or 15. And we use it at the kids use it. We hide it around the house at Christmas time. And that's our technically Elf on the Shelf. And I've had that forever. And that's what I got. Then when I started collecting Funko Pops, my first was Deadpool, 11 months ago or whatever it was. I got a Deadpool, then I was hooked, and I got everything I could get my hands on. It was stupid. I bought way too much, just like everybody else does, at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But everyone, we talked to everybody about, especially about their collection. Everybody always remembers that very first one. That first one that you go, I'm going to buy this. I'm not really sure if I'm going to get into this, but you always remember that first one because it becomes an addiction.
Yeah,
you can't stop.
Yep. And I've slowed down on Funko Pops just because I've been really ticked off at the Funko shop lately.
That's a never-ending love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Why have you been pissed off at the Funko shop?
Well, just the drops, when their website just started getting overwhelmed. I mean, Super Plastic doesn't have that problem. I mean, any of these bigger companies that do it, I know Funko has a lot of followers, but they could take some money and fix that website.
Because they're still running it through a third party.
Right. And it's just ridiculous. I miss all the drops, so I'm doing something wrong, which I'm okay with now. I'm good with it. I'll just pick them up later.
So let me ask you a question. How are you going after them? Are you using your phone, a computer? What are you doing?
I know the computer's the best way. Most of the time, though, I'm at work, so I try on my phone and I don't get it.
I never do. Look, I actually have the same problem that you're having. And Chris said to me, he says, well, how are you doing? And I said, on my phone. He says, well, I'm using my computer. You should do that. Ever since then, I have no problems. I get on my computer, I get it, I get out, I'm done. But every time that I try,
I got that latest Stan Lee from my phone.
Really?
Yeah, like a month ago, and I got that from my phone without a problem.
Ooh.
The only drops I really care about when I miss is the sodas, because like Captain Crunch, somebody had to send me Captain Crunches, which I have a great group of people, so they do take care of me, which is nice. But I miss when they do a Funko soda drop, I'm screwed.
Right. Well, that's the beauty of the community, though. It's such a great community that you're still getting your hands on them. I didn't get the Captain Crunch either. I mean, I missed that one altogether. But I don't.
Also, remember, guys, in the chat, we got a great chat going on down here, and I am watching it. If you guys do have any questions for Rock'n Rowe, definitely ask them in the chat, and we'd be more than happy to ask it anything about his collection, stuff like that, and go from there. So. And I know Slapshot Pops does auctions. Do you get into the auction scene as well, or?
That's a good question too. No, I have not done an auction yet. We live streamed the first auction with Pop Force One, the group of guys that I do lives with. We live we did a live feed with the auction going on live. So we were commentary of the live auction, which turned out pretty cool. But yeah, I'm hooked on like before when it first started, I was buying so much stuff on Whatnot. It was crazy because it was fun. You're in the chat, you're bidding on stuff. It's a lot of fun. It could be addicting though. It's not good if you got to be careful.
Oh yeah,
no, you definitely have to.
Where I've wanted to, you kind of realize you get into a bid war with somebody, and you're like, wait, why am I up this high on this pop? There's no reason for this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've overpaid. I know that, but I'm just supporting whoever I want to support on the channel. Like I bid just because I want to help the person that's selling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, Whatnot's a good thing. It's getting a little overcrowded though. So.
Yeah, it's definitely getting hard, especially with some of them. I've gone on with BOP before, and I went on one time with franchise kicks on there, and good Lord, that chat was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is nuts.
But I think Whatnot is put something together over there very, very helpful to the community and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think it's starting to get overcrowded with the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just not into the Pokemon stuff, so.
Me neither. Me neither. Yeah, they did a Funko. They did the Captain Crunch restock yesterday. Sold out in like 5 seconds. It was gone. I don't know if they restocked it again today or not.
Well, the question I'm going to ask you is how could they continuously restock it if it's got a 3,000 piece set or a 5,000 piece set? I don't know exactly how many of that one has, but I'm sure that it's no more than 15 because they tend to stay under the 15,000 marker. So,
the good thing with the sodas, they tell you how many they make, so they're not going to overmake them. They're finding extra cases somewhere still, like they didn't get them all out. They had some, canceled orders or whatever. There's not very much when they put it back up.
Right, yeah, because I missed that. I was actually on their site today and looked to see if they had restocked them, it must have sold out in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, if that, like, it's just quick.
Yeah, that one had to have gone fast because I was on there hoping that I could snag something, and that's kind of what made me see that they had Evil Knievel on there and Rabbit and a few of the other ones that they had on there. They have some decent stuff Funko right now. I have been just disappointed in their lack of dropping anything new. I feel like they've kind of dropped us coming into Christmas, and that's concerning because I'm wondering who's running their creative team. Why did they just drop? They did the whole 12 days of Christmas, which I think was a fail. If we're counting like victories and fails, that was a fail. So we did this whole 12 days of Christmas. None of us understood, and then we just dropped it.
Well, and I've watched a couple of your videos too, and talking about the 12 days, the one last year. I didn't like that one. The box was terrible. I didn't like it. But
the Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that wasn't a great box that they put out. But they put nothing out this year for Cyber Monday. They just didn't do anything. They said that this was a fail, so we just won't do anything else. And I think that was a mistake.
Yeah. It was terrible this year. Although, go ahead.
The problem with last year was the price. They decided that they were going to make a box with 20 pops in it, one 10-inch pop, and charge $210 for the box, not counting shipping. I mean, so it was their fault that failed because you're only going to have a select few of people in the world that are going to order a blind mystery box from you at that kind of money. And then once people realized what was in the box, it was even worse because I didn't feel like they put really strong stuff in the box.
Well, it was on Funko Shop for like just till recently. I mean, it was up there forever. I mean, they didn't sell out of those things, those boxes.
Well, and I like mystery boxes, and I was considering getting it myself, but you kind of knew what a lot of the stuff was. So it's like, well, it's not really a mystery, so what's the point in getting it?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fail. I mean, it was a tragic fail. They could have done something different though. They could have done like GameStop. They could have did 4 or 5 different mystery boxes to whereas you got this box and this person got that box. Because what I think happened to that box is us as content creators ruined it because as soon as the first person got it, they opened it up, showed you what was, and then everybody else knew what they were getting. At that point, it was you knew you were getting garbage unless you were into the whole Blueberry like I was, because I was just excited to get my hands on Blueberry.
Me too. Yeah.
But then the rest of them, I was like, oh, are you joking? These are some really weak pops they had in there.
Yeah. And it was terrible.
I felt like it was. But this year, I mean, I was saying, I wish they would have done it again. I kind of like doing stuff like that because I don't tend to do mystery boxes. I do the sodas with you. I just started doing the albums. If you hadn't seen the albums are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that my Black Sabbath one, I got my first album after
There
watching
you go.
her. Yeah, and she's sitting like this in the box. She's like 1 foot in it. She's all sideways. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you the sad part to that.
And you can't fix it.
Nope.
No,
You can't get in to fix it. Nope.
No.
See, that to me right now, that's a work in progress. If I'm being honest, I think that the album's a work in progress.
Yeah.
They're weak right now. You can't get inside of them. The sleeve, the boxes are going to be ruined.
Yeah.
I mean, any moisture in your room, any just atmosphere, period, is going to just waste that box because there's nothing to hold it.
True. Yep. That's true.
We do have a few questions for you from the chat. It says, is there any variations of sodas you would like to see?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I just did a live feed we ranked every Funko soda in 2020. I don't know if you guys saw any of that. But I think, I need to see Deadpool. I haven't seen that yet, and Deadpool's my guy.
That's a good point. We haven't seen a Deadpool soda, have we?
No, it's got to be coming.
Well, I thought we were going to get more Marvel after Thanos came out, and we didn't.
We will, like I said, we say that there's not many drops from Funko lately, but man, they're dropping the sodas. We know they're coming, and even this way, people are just now starting to get it. So they're putting a lot of stuff out there. But variant, I don't know. I'd like to see more of the Flintstone line. I'd like to see more of the icon people like Evil Knievel's and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And that's what I want to see.
Another question real quick is, have you ever tried weighing your sodas, or have you ever thought about it? Is there I know there's theories about that.
Yeah,
oh no, there's not theories. You can do it.
It's fact. And I do it to when people ask me questions, I don't weigh them before I open them. I don't want to know.
Right.
So and I just buy at the store, I just grab them. So I don't care to weigh them. I don't want to weigh them. I just want to be surprised when I open them. And that's what I think everybody likes on the channel is they like to see my excitement or disappointment mostly when I open them. So, but yeah, no, I do weigh them. If somebody asks me, hey, what's the difference between this and that? I'll go weigh it and show them. But I have no need to weigh them actually.
But there is a difference. I mean, I watch Captain Pops do a whole little Instagram, like, let me show you something real quick. I mean, there's a clear difference on one weight versus the other, but I'm with you. I'm not weighing them. I want to see what they are when I open them.
Exactly.
And I did see some Red. You did say, "Can you ask a question?" Of course, ask a question. I just didn't see you ask a question after that. Never mind. After I saw it, says, "What sodas are you most excited for?"
Yeah. So again, I need Deadpool. I need something in the Deadpool area, like some of those people, like all that line. I need more Marvel. I got to have Marvel sodas.
I'm with you on the Deadpool, but
yeah, and I'd like to see more icons. Like I love the Bob Ross, that was iconic. I'd love to see Evil Knievel. Just more iconic people. They don't have to be cartoon characters all the time, But that's what I want to see. That's what I'm excited for. They'll do it too. It's going to keep going. They know they're on the train now, and they're just going to keep pumping them out. My biggest concern is they need to stop making the 20,000 piece sodas. So,
yeah, they've only done that on a few of them, right?
Yeah, they did. Thanos is coming out. He's 20. Jack Skeleton is 20. Gosh, what else? There's so many but they're keeping them down. Some of them are 7,000, which is great. Aku, what's he at? He's 10,000. So anything 10,000 and below, I'm okay with.
That's kind of where I'd like to see him live too.
Yeah. I've only got two of them.
Right there.
I've got the Crunchberry Beast and the Demon. I've only got 2 soda pops.
What?
And the Crunchberry was only 3,000.
Yeah, that's a great soda right there. And they didn't make a chase, so that's pretty much a chase because there's only 3,000 of them.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into more of them, but every time I go to try to look to find them that I want to buy them, I then find a Funko Pop I want more, so I end up buying that instead.
It's true. I mean, you gotta you gotta be into. I love the can. I love the artwork on the can.
Mm-hmm.
The merman soda that just came out. That can is amazing. I love the nostalgia. I love the artwork. I love what they did to put it all together. You know.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't like the lazy chases. I don't like when they just change the color. I want to see like they did Superman, where they changed the whole mold. You know.
Right.
Oh yeah. And then Funko does that way too often. They like to reuse molds a lot, and it gets kind of annoying to a certain effect. Because I mean, I'm big on the Marvel Zombies, but
yeah.
I've got like 2 Wolverines in here, one on top of the other, and the only difference on one of them is that one has a little bit of glow in the dark on it. That's it. I love the line so much that I'm gotta buy both of them.
Me too. Yeah, I'm a Marvel guy. Yeah, and I like the zombies too.
I'm still waiting for that new line to come.
Yeah, they're going to be dropping some heat. Unfortunately, it's all going to come at once.
Yeah,
I think so, because what do y'all think about they're about to do the Funko fair? So in lieu of the toy fair, they're going to do a Funko fair, which they didn't promise dropping any pops. They only promised showing us what they're coming out with in 2021. What do y'all think they're going to come out with? Anything in particular? Anything you want to see?
Well, I think the toy fairs, what they always have, that toy fair is so huge every year. And Funko's big at that. They like to show off all their, that's where they showed off their sodas, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That's where they showed off the sodas. That's where I first saw the Marvel Zombies was at the toy fair. And when I saw those, I was like, I got to have those.
So Chase's Kingdom on the chat says they want to see zombie sodas. Absolutely. I can't wait for that. It'll happen. There's zombie in everything.
Trying to keep up with some of the questions, then I go back with a couple things. You got to bring them in here real fast.
Yeah, we got some good people in here.
This is a great community. No matter how you look at it, there's lots of great people in there.
I'm glad you guys brought that up, because I know when we sent a bunch of people over to your guys' live or one of your videos and stuff. We sent WayneKo a bunch of people over from one of our live feeds, and
you guys did it for me too.
Yeah, so Pop Force 1 is the 4 of us. It's just, we have a great community. We always have they're always showing up on our lives, and we send them to different people's channel, and we get them to get them to their goals. And it's really taken off, the positivity that we've been doing and helping people. We got somebody do 1,000 goal last night and a 600 goal. So that's what we do. It's part of the fun, keep it positive, keep all this toxic crap out, and move forward, have fun with it.
I think that's totally what this should be. There should always be an escape for, and then Wayne and I always talk, but we just like to come in here and have fun. Whether we accomplish anything in the chat doesn't really matter, but we just like to come in here, have fun, keep it loose, joke around with one another, tease him with red Mandos, and
no more teasing me with red Mando.
But
Hold on.
You got to enjoy what you do. You got to have fun with. Yeah, now he keeps trying to tease me back with it, but
can't tease me with Red Mando. Red Mando found his home.
So you had it for the longest, right? And he didn't.
No, I got it because I have a red card and he refuses to get one. So I got it and sent it over to him, which he didn't know. But then again, he returned the great favor in getting me the Carnage, because I love the Black Light Carnage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. I got it sitting right here. Actually.
Is it okay?
I got an arm's reach right here.
My mic sound. Is it okay?
It's up and down. But
you know what else? You guys want to know what else is odd that I started collecting, and it got fire here with the auctions, is the Hikaris, the Funko Hikaris.
Which one's this?
The Hikari figures. They don't make them anymore. It's limited edition. Here's a Deadpool. I'll show you guys. This one's a 1,700 piece.
Oh, okay. Yes, those ones. I have seen those.
And
in a while.
Stupid me. I jumped on the bat, and I just want them all now.
Yeah, that's pretty. But see, and I know we've talked about this. Like Chris from over at K&L Collectibles, like he does a lot of them, like tiny ghosts.
Yeah,
they look great. I think they're cool, but that's just a whole different rabbit hole. I've got enough problems.
Yeah.
There's a whole other rabbit hole I just don't want to go down.
Well, I mean, I got all these super plastic cases I got to open. Like, it's crazy. It's nuts.
Well, now, do you just do lives or you do video? Yeah, you do videos as well, right?
Yeah. My lives, I don't.
I've seen some.
Yeah, my videos is where I'll open all those up on a video.
Okay. So you're kind of like the rest of us. You have a whole, like I got a whole closet right now full of boxes.
Yeah.
I buy mystery boxes like that one from earlier. I'll stuff them in my closet. By the time I actually get to them, I have no idea what I bought.
Absolutely. And we do that on our lives. We'll just rip boxes open. You know, have like a mail call and we just start opening boxes. We have no idea if it's a whatnot auction or what.
We have collecting Red says you can't wait to jump down the rabbit hole on chomps. I believe that's kind of like the tiny ghost, but
yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
I'll try to get back to some of these guys. I was I get the red Mando, but I don't like it. I've been a person that I've complained a lot about Chrome Pops. I don't like Chrome Pops, and now I can't hear Wayne. His mic was up and down. Now I can't hear him at all.
He probably touched the mute button on his mic.
Who said they don't like the red Mando?
Oh, there
no, what I was saying is I don't like Chrome Pops.
I was about to block you.
But with the thing with that red Mando with the black visor, man, that was all the difference. Though.
I was about to block you. We were seconds away from hitting the block button.
Now, are you a fan of the Mandalorian series?
I'm into it now. Slapshot got me into that. John did, and I watched the first season. I haven't even got into the second season yet, but yeah, I started watching it because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't collect a lot of Star Wars stuff, but I do like the shows. I like watching it. If I just sit down and watch them, I love them, but I just don't collect their Star Wars stuff.
I don't think you have to be a Star Wars fan to get into The Mandalorian, though. They kind of made that as an old modern-day Western on purpose.
I love it, dude. It's good. I just got to finish it. I couldn't watch any of Slapshot's Mando Monday thing because of that. Yeah.
I had Slapshot already say Chrome Pops don't like you. I don't get into Chrome Pops. To me, it takes when you chrome a pop, it takes away all the details to that pop.
To me, it just depends on which one. It just depends on what they do with it. Like with the red Mando, he's in the opening part of the Mandalorian. They have the whole like all red chrome. He's flashing with Darth Vader and all of those. So it just depends to me on like did they just make it up or did it go with him? Like the all chrome Yoda that's green. I think that one's fire. The all blue Batman chrome that they came out with. The blue one, I think that's fire. Now I think they get carried away with it and they come out with blue, purple, orange, green, and then we just went too far. But I think when there's certain ones, I think they have their time and place.
Yeah. I hate when they like the Hulk when they do all the different color runs. It's just no.
Yeah,
and they know the completionists are gonna buy them. They know that.
Once they explain, once I got that explained to me exactly why they did that, I kind of understood it. You know, he was supposed to have had the whole glove, and that's why they did it, and the colors of the rings or whatever that meant. I mean, that's why they did that one. But I'm with y'all. At some point, they just go way overboard with it, and then they get stupid. And you can't be a completionist and collect Funkos. It's just not possible unless you're making just some retarded money. You just can't.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just not possible. And even if you're making retarded money, I don't know that it's possible.
Yeah, no, you can find anything, but yeah.
Did I manage to get the mic working? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it all? Yeah, I had to go into the app. You know, for some reason this computer just loves me and it makes me go in and change things all the time. I've never owned a computer that just changes things for you until now.
It's special.
It's some kind of special. It just likes changing all of my settings. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. You just have to go and check them every once in a while to make sure all the settings are there.
We'll have to have you two guys on one of our Pop Force 1 shows and
definite.
Yeah,
absolutely. It'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Share the love. Get all the different followers from every all 5 of our channels or 6 of our channels. That'd be awesome.
Do you guys typically only do it on Thursday nights?
Thursday nights, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock Eastern.
Just let me know in advance. I know a lot of these people know I work late nights, so a lot of times when your show's on, I'm sleeping or getting ready to go to bed or go to work because I go to work at 11. That's my last night of the week. But if I know in advance, then I'm just like I was able to do with Cody recently. I'm able to rework my sleep schedule.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll do that.
You know, it looks like y'all are having a lot of fun on there. You know, y'all actually shouted me out. What was it, almost a month ago now? Yeah. It was totally unexpected. I really appreciate that, by the way. And that's part of the thing that makes this community really awesome. You know, you're the second person that's done that. The first time it was Dankster TV. So I was laying in bed one day and I sent Dankster and his son some stickers, and I didn't know them just like I didn't know you. And I'm laying in bed and my phone just starts dinging. And I'm going, what in the world is going on? And it's steady dinging. Well, he gave me a shout out in one of his videos like you did. And, there's just little things like that in this community is what makes it so awesome. It's those little gestures, right?
Well, that's what we're all about. That's our whole, the four of us, that's our whole goal when we get on our Thursday night lives. We always have a couple channels we're picking out that's close to their goals, that needs a little push. And that's what we do. We shout them out and send people to their channel. And that, I mean, I found you on just random. I don't know how I actually came across your actual channel. But yeah.
Well, I think Eric from Two Boys and Their Pops, who's coming up next, said that you guys have helped him out as well.
Yeah, we just did that last night. We did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's just what we do. It's fun.
That's awesome. That is really awesome.
Ro, I definitely appreciate you coming on. Thank you for everything. Now, we always like to let our guests let the rest of the chat know, what do you have going on coming up that they can make sure to look out for?
So we have every Thursday night again is our Pop Force 1, 9 o'clock Eastern. Getting ready. I haven't set my live schedule yet during the week. I have a couple big videos coming out. I got Funko Top 10 Chase of the Year. I'm going to be doing that review.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yep, and I got some super plastic to rip open, and I got a bunch of Chase Roulette videos dropping. So I'm close to 2K. I'm pushing it. That's what I'm trying to get to. So I'll be releasing a lot of videos coming up. So
guys, too, I know we got some mods in my side because we do dual stream this. If there's some mods on Wayne's side, I think Chase's Kingdom is a mod.
Chase's Kingdom is a mod on that side.
If you can go ahead and drop, I know there's a link in the description on both channels down below with Rock'n Rowe's Instagram and Facebook. But if you guys can also drop a link to Rock'n Rowe's YouTube channel in the description down below. If we can help him get to 2K, we would definitely love to help anybody do that either way.
That'd be awesome.
So,
yeah, that'd be awesome. Appreciate it.
Let's keep getting him to go get that route and, get over there, show him some love. He's got some great videos, some great things. Of course, we know Wayne's going for 5,000 this year, so we keep supporting that one.
We'll keep pushing people over there when he gets close.
Right now, I'm just trying to get to 1K, so I'll stick with that.
Yeah. But, yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on, and like I said, we'll keep sending love your guys' way. We'll definitely get you guys on Pop Force 1 night.
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to come on there and chat with y'all. Y'all do some pretty awesome stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate your time and telling us about your collection, man.
All right. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Later. Whoa, up.
Look at that. You still haven't got that overlay down.
I got to get with JB, man. I'm screwing up the overlay.
So coming into yesterday, I sat down and I was looking at Rock'n Rowe's channel. Do you know that he's only been on YouTube for 10 months? Did you know that?
That's fantastic.
That is phenomenal, right?
And especially nonetheless going 11 months and amassing a 1,500 pop collection. That's not even counting his soda pop.
No.
That's just mind-boggling.
That is mind-boggling, right?
That's mind-boggling. And I got to say, I'm a little jealous at that point because I mean, who doesn't want to amass that many pops in that amount of time?
I don't have room for them. I go ahead and tell you who don't. I throw my hand up. I don't have room for them. My wife wouldn't stand for it. I have to be careful when it comes to that. It's not happening. We would.
No, sorry.
I know what you're doing.
I was thinking of Eric, just making sure he's good down there. All right, we're good. Sorry, we were gonna flip it around earlier and then back and forth. Back and forth. We try to work with everybody on here. But again, I know we had. Let me hit up a little bit on here too before we bring two boys in. We've had a lot of people jump on here that I haven't seen. We know we got Cisco. Recently, I just met Cisco recently. He's got something really good going on over there.
Every time I say that, yeah, boy, I want to get like Flavor Flav. Instantly, I want to be like, yeah, boy.
I already did get Anthony just blazing on there. Of course, we can't forget about our beer. And I'm probably going to send him like 10 Fortnites and damage Fortnites.
Way more than 10 Fortnites.
And they're all going to be damaged. I swear to God. but I'll get him back. I will get him back. We had Seth Floyd's Alchemy. Good, always a good time. Pop Force 1, yes, I have checked out that, and that is great. Pretty fun to go check out. I want to get on. I know we had Slapshot on here. Slapshot is great. We've had him on the show before. He's on that one. He's a great dude as well. And I don't know. We've got a whole bunch of people going on in the chat right now.
Everybody needs to pause for a second, and they need to hit that thumbs up. I realized that I just noticed that for as amount of people that we've had in here, that thumbs up button's not getting hit nearly enough.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Hit that, smash that like button. Hit that thumbs up button. We definitely would appreciate it. I got a thumbs down button. I don't really care either way.
I don't either. Right, you could do either one. Whatever.
It doesn't really matter to me.
Whichever one makes you happy, as long as you're hitting one of them. As long as you're hitting one of them, I don't care which one. As long as they're impressed,
I'm good with it.
Right. Go for it.
So, like, I know a lot of times we do focus on the chat a little bit over there. I know we sometimes on these ones we want to focus on these people and their collections, but there's been a whole lot going on over there in the chat. We do love you guys for it. So I'm definitely trying to keep you guys into it as well. But let's bring in our next guy right now. This is a gentleman that I met a long time ago. He was probably one of the earlier guys that I've met in doing this YouTube Funko Pop game. And he's a fantastic guy, and he is also out there to help just about anybody he can. We have Eric from Two Boys and Their Pops.
Yeah, boy. Every time I see it, I just want to like break out into Flavor Flav.
Well, I think you should have like some kind of segment where like there's a lot of channels where they do stuff, right? Like Bearded Barbarian. You know, they do those shout outs. You know, they're yelling and stuff.
Well, I got to get the OBS going like JB does, where it's just like a button when it I got to take Cisco's phrase that he does in his videos and just cut that and put that in there.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I was trying to picture, because Chris said that he's in the 90s. He likes the 90s music. So I was picturing him, you know, dancing to Baby Got Back and You Can't Touch Us. Like, is that the 90s that you were kind of referring to?
No. I'm more of a 90s rock type of guy for the most part. I don't go that far. Well, although there was some great one-hit wonders in the 90s. I'm not going to down that by any means.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing?
Oh,
pretty good. How are you doing, bro?
Can't complain. How are you, man? I know you got so much going on right now between different lives and doing videos and you know, are let me ask you, are the boys getting into it just as much as you are, or
so the live streams are usually kind of, you know, more in my direction. The videos, you know, are what they kind of get into a little bit. As far as what I've tried to learn to do is not like open up like 3 or 4 boxes, you know, to where they're like, okay, you know, like I'm trying to get them excited about the box we're opening. I might sit there and say, oh, I think there's something in here for you. And then they're like, oh, really? Okay. I'm like, oh, I guess this wasn't the box. You know what I mean? So they're kind of like, but they're excited when they heard about the, you know, the 1K. They were like, oh, Dad, like, you know, so they're invested in it as well. And they know that, like I told them, it's Two Boys and Their Pops. You know, it's not just Pops. So, yeah. You know, I said occasionally they're going to have to, you know, put in the work. But, you know, because of the school schedule, the way we've been with this stuff, you know, they've gotten lazy. And it's hard because, like, I go to work, I go to school, and they're home, you know. Mm-hmm. And so it's like every other day I'm going to the grocery store because all they're doing is, like, eating, and after their classes playing, you know, video games. And, you know, so it's kind of a hard thing. But and then every other weekend they go with their mom. So we try to coordinate, and I always let them know, hey, look, we got this going on. We got a couple of boxes we got to open up. And sometimes I'll switch it up. Like maybe I'll do one with Jacob, and then maybe I do one with Logan, and then both of them. You know, I try to mix it up.
Nice. So, of course, the big question I know we like to ask everybody all the time: what was the first pop?
So first pop.
I think that one kind of tells everything, doesn't it?
What is good guy? Huh?
Good guy.
Yeah, I won't let that pop in my house.
We're gonna have to send Chris some Chucky Pops. He really wants some Chucky Pops.
I'm gonna, I gotta start taking that PO box off my thing because I'm gonna start getting a lot of Fortnite and Annabelle and Chucky Pops getting sent my way for some reason. But Annabelle is still in the garage. I can't get rid of her, and she won't go away.
So would you say that you're a huge horror fan? Is that what was going on there?
Yeah, that's what I got from my dad. It was handed down. I mean, my mom, like everybody in my family, is pretty solid on the horror movies. I remember going to see Night of the Living Dead. My aunt used to watch like The Tingler and like all those movies. And I used to love like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Like my dad showed me that one. So horror has always been, there. And when we did this channel, it kind of created my collection because I didn't know about Funko Pops that, in this direction. And I was like, wait, okay, this is cool, And so I was like, I'm going to start working on my collection in the horror, and a lot of people say, collect what you love, collect what you want. Don't get caught into just like grabbing everything off the shelf. You know what I mean? So I love the horror. I love Marvel. I mean, I'm always going to find Marvel stuff. And then like when Jim was on, I was like, okay, I got my Deadpool for Jim. But, I mean, that's kind of what I look at. I don't need to grab everything off the Funko shop. I don't need, I'm not a huge soda person yet. I'm still waiting. Like, for example, I got this soda here. I thought maybe I might get the Chase and I was going to give it to Mama J. I know she likes her Rock, but the only two sodas that I have, go figure, right?
No.
Right.
So I'm still waiting on, like Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Like I want to see those sodas. And, some of the old school Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Universal Monster type sodas, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah, I love the classic, and that I know Chase from over at Chase's Kingdom sent me a Invisible Man one recently, and I thought it was great because him and I got to talking one time because out here at Universal Studios they're building a whole new park, and a whole section of it is going to be on movie monsters, and I love the old school movie monsters, the Creature from the Lagoon, Dracula, the old stuff. I was always an Alfred Hitchcock fan growing up.
Well, even the recent Invisible Man that they just remade, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I sat and watched it one of the days, and it was kind of entertaining. I got that same. Yeah, exactly. And for the most part, like I said, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't like extraordinary, but I mean, it was entertaining. I was able to watch through it. And you just seeing some of the old school stuff, like I said, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein was, one of my tops. I made sure my boys watched that. But there's some horror movies I haven't seen yet, but there's still some that they're quite entertained by.
So how many pops have you amassed in your collection so far?
Since we started in February, I'm probably going to say, like I said, I don't go get everything. We're probably at that 250 mark. I have some upstairs. I have some against the wall. I kind of toned off a little bit because I did really want to start looking at collecting what you really, really want and not end up with, so many anime pops, because I mean, sometimes I buy those mystery boxes and I get the anime pops and it's a mystery, but at the same time, I'm like, I'd rather spend the money on a pop that I want that I know I'm going to get. Right. So, yeah. I mean, I can go spend $700 on a box, or I can spend $700 and get a couple of Grail pieces or chases that I want that fit my collection. So, I mean, everybody has their options on what they want to get. But I'm still amassing and going through it. I have a lot of, some 10-inch pops, but, like Star Wars, Marvel, like the zombie line. I'm excited for the zombie line. I'm looking forward to this year with what they got going on with like the Red Hulk and
I love this. I'm so that Moon Knight is going to be the hardest one out of that whole new set to get because it's Funko Shop and that thing is probably the best one out of the new line coming out.
I'm disappointed with the Red Hulk.
I've had some success so far with the Funko Shop, but only because on my computer. But like I said, if I do it on my phone, I don't really have it on the collect.
When they originally showed that Red Hulk, they showed him as an oversized pop, so he was going to be a 6-inch pop like Andre the Giant. And when they released him as a common pop. So either two things happened: either they decided that they weren't going to put him in the oversized form and they were going to leave him in the 3.5-inch, or they decided they were going to double down. Either way, I'm disappointed with that Red Hulk because of that. I'll wait until they come out with the oversized version.
I've already pre-ordered all of that. I can't.
I'm gonna wait till they come out.
What about Spider? I'm hoping for Spider-Man. What they're gonna do with the Spider-Man?
I honestly think that the whole line. I mean, what they did with Venomize, they're gonna do a zombie. I think every Marvel character is gonna get zombied. Yeah. At some point, to be honest with you. So we'll see. I think Spider-Man will probably head up the next series or something like that. I mean, we still haven't seen the Captain America one yet. We got the Thor. We haven't seen the Iron Man one yet. So, I mean, there's still there's still a ton left to come.
Yeah. Well, I know they have a good amount coming out now that's going to be interesting, and looking forward to securing them all. So I know it's been in the background. You collect many different things. What other than Funko Pops do you collect? So I have action figures. Like, for example, here you go. Sorry. Here's your little. I gotta dust this guy off there. He's got a little bit of dusting. But I got my Red Hulk.
Red Hulk. You know, I have not been able to find that Hulk. I've actually looked for that Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, I collect the Marvel as much as possible when they came out, and I love the cards, that they had on the back. Just in general, like, I love this packaging. The new stuff is not bad, but I've tried to stay in that direction. I do comic books, obviously. Like I'm a Walking Dead guy. So I mean, comic books are important for me.
Walking Dead ones are hot too right now. They're pricey.
Yeah, so I mean, my Walking Dead. And getting back into comic books has been really fun, and then even for the boys. But we also, comic books, you got to love the artwork,
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I finally recently got Wayne into some comics, but he's not understanding them just yet.
I'm not understanding the way they work. I think I'm going to have to let y'all have the whole comic game.
Wayne, aren't you a turtle guy?
What do you mean?
Are you? I can't remember. Do you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I get into the Turtles a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, they got some good artwork on the Turtles.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fire. Yeah, I get into the Turtles. Just that I'm a bigger Deadpool fan than anything. So when y'all keep saying Deadpool, y'all are like right up my alley. That whole corner, like over there, is Deadpool. You're probably gonna see, like, if you watch my videos, I got posters behind me. You're gonna see those change. They're gonna start changing seasonally. I'm not gonna say who's gonna be on them, but they might match that corner right there. Who's gonna like hop on my posters here coming up?
We better get a WandaVision up there.
Well, that's some great Deadpool comic books too. Some good team.
Well, that's what he got into, but he gets in. I think he didn't buy the first issue, so he starts reading into the second, and he's kind of lost on what's going on.
That's kind of the problem with comic books. When you go to the comic book store, they only have like 2 or 3 or 5 or 4. You miss all of the ones before it.
You can ask them a lot of times if you pick up a Deadpool 2 and you go, "Hey, do you guys have number 1 still?" Because a lot of times they change out those displays all the time, but they have the other one sitting somewhere else.
Well, you can also get a list. You can have the comic book owner build you a list, and go from there. That way you can kind of secure the ones that you want, so you can join a membership of the comic book store. They give you a sheet and you just kind of go through there. That way, as soon as it comes in, you might not be able to get in there on Wednesday.
Right.
You go in Thursday, boom, it's there.
Jesse makes a good point too. Is Wayne should get into the graphic novels. The novels
I'm not thinking that's going to work for me neither.
The novels are like the comic books, but it's got the one that JB told you about. But they'll put like 5 different comic books.
Oh no, I should definitely get into those. Yeah, those are the ones I should get into. Look, I still want the rest of my Deadpool duck. I only managed to get like number 1 out of the Deadpool ducks. There's only like 5, I want to say, in the Deadpool ducks. So that's what I'm actively going after when it comes to the comic books, is getting the rest of the Deadpool ducks so that I can read how it ends. Actively, that's what I'm going after.
Now, and I've noticed through time, of course, I've known Eric for a long time within this YouTube stuff. He's probably one of the first guys that I met. kind of helped me kind of get in the community a little bit. And that was back before I even had 100 subscribers. And I noticed over time your background has changed. Is it the spot in the house has changed, or just the studio part has changed?
It's basically, so this used to be where the TV was. We had a big TV, but we don't really use that. And so I decided to clear that out. So because if I do a certain video, like maybe it's going to be Marvel and I'm breaking down some Marvel stuff, I have my horror background and I don't want to, so I'm just like, I'm not going to just take everything down and start putting stuff up. So I just started doing this. But, if I do want to go horror, then I just gotta go in that direction and change seats. And now I got my horror.
That's really the smart way to do it. And I've kind of like done the same thing right here. I can change like where I'm sitting to change like what I'm talking about. It's a really smart way of doing it.
The eventual thing is to go the green screen route.
Well, I got that back behind
that too at some point, but I'm just learning as I go. Like, I've had a lot of people that have helped me in the beginning. Like I said, like Mama J is one of the ones, like Geeky Mama Bear, like yourself, you reached out to me to do a video, and just having like that type of support and help, and then just you learn little things. Like on my phone, 4-pack, like Angie sent me information on how to upload stuff on my phone on an app, a certain app that I use that helps out a lot. So that's what I love about the community. There's you learn from people, and it's like we're all under the same roof. And that's what I've learned this year. It doesn't matter what you collect. You can collect anime, Marvel, DC, whatever. We all collect, and and that's the bottom line, is we all love and are passionate about something, and it shows. So.
Now, let me ask you real quick. What is your most valuable pop in your collection?
Well, I recently, so I have pops that are valuable, obviously. So like, for example, like this here, this is signed by Kane Hodder, my Jason Voorhees pop.
Oh, nice.
Now that's going to be valuable to me, right? And that's probably, being signed, and it's obviously, JSA certified. However, I recently got.
What's going on, Jim Pops?
Where is he at? Want to make sure I have him. So like, and I also like something like this is,
Hey, what's up, bud? Ghostface. There you go.
And I enjoy having this, but at the same time,
Ghostface is a definite grail. That's got some value to it,
but not as much as this.
Oh yeah, the Freddy Funko one.
Yeah,
that Freddy Funko one is worth some money.
Yeah,
that's pretty fire.
In that neighborhood, probably like $470, something like that.
So that's probably up there with your most dollar value wise one.
Yeah, that's right up there with the dollar one. But when I get certain pops, like like I got this Wolverine one that's signed by the animated actor, stuff like that, like it's staying with me. You know what I mean? So even like when I'm no longer around, that goes down to my boys. Like it's something they're going to enjoy. So that value, the monetary wise, sure. Those can go up and down.
Yeah.
But everything that's in my collection that I personally enjoy has been something as I was a kid or growing up that means something, will always stay with me. I'm still going to enjoy picking up, even like, when you see the Funko shop and you get the, the Spider-Mans, the glow in the darks and these type of pops that come out, you're like, yeah, I remember reading these comics, I remember this being a big part of me as a kid. And now I get to pass that on. So,
I think Wayne and I have talked about that before. For me, it's got things like my Jack in the Box. I don't care how valuable that thing. That could be valued of nothing. I'm never letting that pop go.
Yeah.
Like I said, to me, it brings me back to a point in my childhood that it always reminds you of, or there's always pops out there that are going to do that for you.
That's the cool thing about a Funko.
And I mean, I don't know, like I just can't, there's some things I can't get down the hole for. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people, like I actually won this and it's cool and I'm going to keep it, you know, like I won this guy. But I mean, I'm not going to go buy, you know, a bunch of these, you know, and get into it. And I know a lot of people love them, these ghosts and stuff, but
Well, it's so dangerous falling down another rabbit hole. You know, it's you know, with Rock'n Rowe on here, he was talking about his super plastics and all of that stuff. When you start falling down other rabbit holes, they start getting even more expensive, like the tiny ghost and the super plastics, and they're all really cool. But at some point, you got to pick and choose your battles, right? I mean,
yeah, you definitely do, because I mean, you might run into like the hot toys. Okay, like I have one hot toy that I put a down payment on last year, the Mandalorian and the
Right.
child. And I mean, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go jumping down that rabbit hole. It's just something that I want for me as a personal thing. You know, we watched the Mandalorian. I enjoy it. But I don't need to collect every single pop, you know?
Yeah.
If it's available, if it's something I can do, maybe the price comes down at some point, you grab it, fine. But I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things that I enjoy. Like, you know, I was able to secure like Kevin Eastman, you know, signed comic book for the Turtles. You know what I mean?
Speaking of signed things, did you get that band box with the signed knife?
I didn't think I got. I don't think I got it signed though. I don't think the knife was the knife.
There was one that's signed by one of the guys that wore the Michael Myers.
Then I have to double check that, because I did get the knife, and I don't.
I was just impressed that it was a real knife. It wasn't a big knife. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
Well, and that's another thing too, is that, you know, I love getting those 8x10s and having them autographed, but I'm trying to decide, is the band box something that I want to continue with, or do I want to try something else? You know, like there's a Zobi, like there's a lot of different things I see some of you guys open up, and you know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, collect what you love, what you want. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll tell you, when I was in my 20s, I had like a huge wall of stuff, you know, like I said, like, you know, action figures and stuff. And I had gone like for 6 months to Vegas, and I had a storage, and a family member, whatever the case, got into the storage, and stuff got moved and taken away and stuff. But the other thing is too, is I had a lot of stuff on my wall, and my aunt let my little nephew go into my room. He's like 4 years old, and he started taking stuff off the wall and opening them. And while I was at work, and I was just like, oh my God, like, and you know, and that's stuff that you can't just walk into Toys R Us and find, you know, stuff that I was secured through other means. And you know, but like I said, I've always enjoyed horror. I've enjoyed Marvel. I love Star Wars. You know, if I see a pop that's really cool looking, I will, you know, I'll get it. Like, even like, you know, wrestling, something like, okay, like Mr. T, you know.
That's I've almost picked that one up a couple of times now, just because he would go really well with my Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. I got them sitting in between Mean Gene. They're getting ready to have them a throwdown.
Well, and that's the thing. I have Andre the Giant and Hogan and Mean Gene, and I mean, that's a memory from my childhood. Yes. You know, I remember watching you know, that, and so that type of stuff, you know, like you just enjoy it, you know, and there are a lot of cool things.
Now, what you keep saying about you want to collect what you enjoy collecting, that's exactly the reason why I don't do mystery boxes. I didn't want to end up with a bunch of stuff that I wasn't collecting, so I just didn't do them. I did one mystery box right at the beginning of this channel, and then decided that I was going to end up with way too much stuff that I was never going to sell. So that's why I don't do them. That's why I buy what I'm collecting, and I do chase roulettes. I mean, with the chase roulette, at least I know that I want that pop. It's just, I would be a bonus if I had the chase with it.
Now, what if a company came out where you can kind of design your mystery box? You still might not know what you're going to get, but like if you say, I'm a Star Wars guy, they're going to design that mystery box around Star Wars. I mean,
that's what the Pop in the Box does.
That's what I was about to say. There's a company that does that, right? Like Pop in the Box.
Pop in the Box does. In fact, I just started getting a 3-pack of Marvel mystery boxes from them again. I used to do just a random one, and that's when they were sending me too many fart nights.
I think it still takes away the control factor to me, though. I mean, just to be honest, I think it still takes it away.
yeah, but for a person like me, that's why I absolutely love them. I love the mystery of not knowing I'm getting. It could be great. It could be horribly bad. It could be a box full of Fortnites, and it could be real bad. But it is what it is. And don't get any ideas, Barbarian over there.
Now, I've seen you with your signed stuff. So do you go to a lot of Comic-Cons? Is that where you're picking that stuff up at? Is that coming in mystery boxes? Exactly where is that coming from? Because I'm waiting for the cons to open back up because I miss going and getting stuff signed.
Yeah, my stuff over the years, just back in the days going to like, Comic-Con type stuff. But, obviously we had tickets. We were going to go to San Diego Comic-Con. We were going to be all set and ready for that. I got like a house, a rental house or whatever. And we were going to go to Disneyland and go to San Diego Comic-Con and that was all set, ready to go. And then, obviously this all happened. We were even going to go down there and have an opportunity to meet Top Pops, as a situation too. So he was doing like I can't remember. I think it was like in April or something like that. So I was just looking at opportunities to go, a lot of these different cons and stuff, and even being able to have an opportunity to go to somewhere like New York Comic-Con, just something different, because now when you know what's out there, it's just like it's awesome because it's eye-opening. This is stuff that we enjoy, growing up with, and now like these things, like there's so many collectibles out there, and there's even stuff that you might come across. You're just like, oh, I need to have that. Like I haven't seen this. This is cool. Like like whatever. Like it could be, say, a machete prop or something that's signed by somebody, and you just want it. Like or it's a blaster, maybe, a blaster from Star Wars. It's a prop replica and it's signed by Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill or whatever. You just look at those situations and do we really need the stuff? No. But
do we want it? Yes.
Is it fun? I mean, we get an opportunity. I mean, there's people that'll look at you and say, oh, like comic books or what you do, like, this, but you know what? Like it's fandom. And there's a lot of people out there that love fandom. So, and that's basically, I enjoy it. Like, I mean, it reminds me of when I was a kid, like the Marvel Secret Wars, the comic books, the 12 series, like I had number 8 when Spider-Man, had the black suit, but as a kid, like you're reading it and, the covers get all messed up. I mean, I had no clue.
The Secret Wars, the Black Spider-Man is hot.
Yeah. I mean, so.
But and I know Wayne and I have talked about trying to, waiting for the Comic Cons to come back. I know out here, I just found out MegaCon, which they do out here in Orlando, is usually due in April. They've already said that they're going to do it this year, but they already had to move it from April to August. So, but that you brought up an idea, Wayne. That's what we got to start doing. When we go to these cons. We just got to rent a house. Although the downside with us is it being YouTubers is we'd be out of the cons all day, then we back at the house.
There's no downside to that. I will torture you with some Nerf guns. There's no downside to that, and then I'll film it and post it after. There's no
live streams at the house.
There's no downside to that. Zero downside to that.
Yeah, we get a bunch of YouTubers. We get a bunch of YouTubers to share a house and go to the cons together.
You got to get Nerf guns though. You got to get Nerf guns, and then you got to lay something in the center of the living room in the battle as to who gets to it first.
And maybe we can have like a Netflix series or something where we get like a little series 12 episode series on Netflix where kind of talking about it. Or I mean, hey, we could be just as fun, right? As some of the reality TV. I mean, most likely. I mean, there's a lot of us, that would have fun with that.
Well, that's kind of the fun about YouTube, right? Everybody,
except we got to leave Barbarian out of it because he's gonna bring the axe and he's just gonna screw up the whole thing.
He's gonna want to bring some old folk stuff. I mean, some of that old folk smelling stuff, and
we don't want him there with his walker.
That Bengay, that's what it is. He's gonna want to bring Bengay and walkers and stuff. He probably won't even know how to use a Nerf gun without bifocals, so we'll have to pass on that one.
Well, he'll show up with his axe, and then next thing you know, SWAT shows up.
He ruins the whole party there.
Yeah.
I was saying, though, that's kind of the fun thing about YouTube, right? We can kind of make our own reality show. And I really believe that coming up here in the future, that this platform and other platforms like this are going to be the way of the future. They're going to be the way of the TV. They're going to be the next generation. Regardless if people want to believe that or not, this is going to be the next Hollywood. I mean, and that's why Hollywood doesn't want to employ YouTubers. They absolutely refuse because they know that they are losing the battle. And so
I think at the same note, I mean, I don't know how many people YouTube is always on every single day. I mean, aside from me being a YouTuber, we watch probably YouTube in my house more than anywhere else.
Well, it's just, I mean, like I said, there's a lot to offer, and whether it's, you're on there for a half hour, an hour, or 2 hours, there's just things that you can enjoy watching and being, going surfing, channel surfing, and, whether you're on a live or you're watching a live, and you get to see the people that's in the chat, I mean, so there's a lot to offer with that.
I just noticed Cisco's bouncing from
yeah, boy.
between him and Nancy, his wife. I keep, because I have a screen up here with both chats, and I keep watching him jump from chat room to chat room. It's funny.
Oh, Cisco.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna find me a big clock or something to wear next time. I'll be like, yeah, boy. Oh, I love it. I love
I'll
it.
probably have to take a clip of that and bring that up here and just pop that up from time to time.
That's right. Throw it up there. What do you have going on next week? Anything you want to talk about? Any new mystery boxes? Any new pops? Any new anything? What do you have going on?
What you got going on?
I'm actually, my live streams right now. So I do a show called In the Spotlight, and generally what that is I bring on people in the YouTube community or Instagram, and I sit down and I talk with them, and I get to know their background of why they collect or any interesting stories, and I get down to just in general whatever they want to kind of reveal. And this Saturday, I actually have Ari Lehman, who was in Friday the 13th. He was at the end of the movie when the little boy came out of the water of the lake. He's considered the first Jason. So, he's, I've kind of been talking to him for a long time, and I finally got an opportunity to get him to come on. So he'll be coming on. So he also has his band, he's a heavy metal first Jason band. He's got his hot sauces. So, there's a lot, to dive into with him. So generally we do that. I'm going to start bringing our Scream Stream back into the fold where, we normally would kind of just, I think our Scream Stream, we may get on tonight and just kind of hang out.
Well, you were doing that with
Water Sports Rex.
No, with I just got his Dead Skeleton show. You were doing that with the Dead Skeleton for a while, weren't you?
Well, Dead Skeleton had come on there, and it's basically like what we're going to do is kind of look at some of the horror movies that are coming out this year and maybe kind of dive in, just have a chill and hang out. And then for the most part, we also on Thursdays, Sassy Cajun and I are doing a show called Popping Around the World. Basically what we do is we'll have people that will come on. What they're going to do is they're going to showcase their hometown. Like maybe they might go to food restaurants or entertainment, or so I get to know about Florida. I get to know about Louisiana. I get to know what, like I watch you open boxes and I watch you on live streams and stuff, but now I get to know a little bit about your hometown, where you're from. There might be some interesting facts, maybe you got a haunted, area. Maybe there's some, movies that were shot there, maybe, like I said. So that's kind of what we're looking to dive into. Obviously the people that come on, they're opening up their hometown to us and kind of going from there. So, just kind of putting some things in the mix. And I also, at some point, we recently hit 1K. And
congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations. Big milestone.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you guys are talking, Jim in Vegas, like I said, he's only been on like what, 10 months, you said?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And well, in Vegas, they always double down. So, it's so I mean, obviously his 1K, boom, get to 2K. It's awesome. This community is awesome, and you just kind of go at it and do what you got to do. And so that's what we're doing. But I also collect, like I said, cards. So here in South Lake Tahoe, we have a tournament. It's a celebrity golf tournament in July. And like, for example, recently, Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs, my son got to meet him, and we get autographs with him, or someone like Ozzie Smith, so generally that's one of the things that I do too is we'll get cards and get stuff signed in the summer, and I usually flip that, or I sometimes people will send me stuff and I charge them a certain amount, and so that always helps too, and it's just fun just to meet some of the the people that are out there, celebrities, whether it's sports or TV. So
well, it sounds, and you like I said, you keep constantly busy. And constantly busy, always doing things, and that's always a great thing to do. I want to thank you for helping me out early on in my YouTube career, and kind of put me in the right direction and stuff like that. So I do always thank you for that. I know we used to do a different show, and just time frames on Sundays gets real tight when we were doing that sports show. But that's why I've pushed all my lives to the Friday nights. But yeah, like I said, sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. But we all always continue to try to help one another, and then that's why I do love this community. So definitely thank you very much. I do appreciate it, as well as we do appreciate you coming on and taking time out to chat with us. Always appreciated.
Yeah, I really appreciate it as well. Thank you for letting me go the second half of it, and like I said, you guys got a great thing going. I love hearing and supporting and seeing what you guys got each week. Sometimes I am not active in the chat, but I'm listening, because sometimes I'm prepping for things, but I really appreciate it. And, like I said, this year I think is going to be an awesome year for a lot of the creators. I think
this is year. I think you're onto it.
I think everybody's going to be stepping up their games. So
I do too, especially with I think I think by the end of the year things are going to be opening up a little bit more. Cons are going to come back. I know Wayne and I are looking to hopefully eventually take this show on the road and do some lives from some cons and stuff like that. And I think that would be awesome. But
how far apart are you guys?
900 some odd miles.
He's in Indiana, I'm Florida, so
yeah, we're a little ways away. Y'all were talking about big things happening on YouTube. I meant I thought we were talking about LED lights. I was hoping I could get some different colors going on. That's what I thought we were talking about. I'm
you never know. You never know. You might see LED lights on a Funko.
I'm gonna put some different color ones in here.
Hey, we got
sorry.
black,
I looked behind me.
Black lights.
So. Man, there's a bunch of different colors going on.
You never know. You never know where the new year brings us and where we're gonna be by the end of the year, and we just kind of keep on going. Mando, we will see Mando back.
Yes, we're gonna see him soon. I can't wait. Well, soon being 11 months.
Eventually, I don't think we'll see him this year, unfortunately.
I do want to see. Some of those season 2 pops. And like I said, I don't know if you guys haven't seen Mando. I don't know what's going on with that, but at the same time, there's been some events that I would love to see some pops out of there. So the moments. So I hope they do that. So.
Yeah. I agree.
Spoilers away,
but I still think I say if we ever do one of these houses for these Comic-Cons, I'd say that probably some of it's gonna be fun, but I guarantee with a bunch of YouTubers sharing a house, by the time we're on all that house, you're gonna see everybody just editing film.
Everybody's going to have to split the deposit, though, because one person getting stuck not getting their deposit back is just not right. I mean, everybody's going to have to split the deposit.
But I can completely see that. Everyone just sitting on their laptops editing film from what they had all day. But
yeah, you're going to have to pick one room for the videos or whatever. Like everybody just goes in right after the other. That way it's like, okay, this is the room. When it's done, somebody else can go in. But that'd be kind of cool. Everybody's. I know we've talked. Some people have talked about meeting up in Vegas. Maybe at some point having everybody just like meet in one particular spot. That would be kind of cool. Whether it's a con or whatever. But so we'll see. I mean, like I said, we all collect. We all do. Some YouTube shows. We have some fun. We're in each other's chats. So it's really supportive. We're family.
Absolutely. Exactly. Well, again, thank you guys. Thank you for coming on. We do appreciate it, and continue the hard work over there. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
guys. Again, I know mods. I know both mods have been doing fantastic at this. There are links to Two Boys and Their Pops. Let's get him to 2,000, and let's just continue on going. So definitely hit him up, hit some like buttons, and check out some videos, man.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. I love
All right,
it.
guys.
All right, thanks, man.
I love it. I love it.
All right,
man.
man. So that was a fantastic. I think we had some great people on today. Learned a lot about a lot of things, especially for soda pops, man. I didn't know he was getting cases of those things, man.
Yeah, no, that's why he's called the Soda King. I mean, he rightfully so is the Soda King. I've never seen anyone with as many sodas as he has.
Yeah, and Eric has been a fantastic guy with the community. Like I said, one of the first guys I met, and just always helpful. Like I said, that's what kind of drove me to this great community that we have.
This is all I've got to say.
Wayne 5,000 by the end of the year.
I'm on that push. Here we are.
I trust me, guys. I have been watching a lot of these comments on the side. The only reason I don't put them up a lot on the screen, and I think you saw that with Wayne earlier when he was doing it, is when we have the 3 people up, the overlay kind of completely screws up everything when we put them up there. So
that's why I quit.
But it's you guys. There's been some funny comments up here that these guys have been putting up. So I know we've had a lot of people show up in the end. We got Gem Pops in there, and then of course we saw Cisco and his wife's been jumping around from chat to chat to chat. I do want to thank, actually real quick in this chat today. I do want to thank Jesse Lou, Christina Payne, and Chase's Kingdom for helping out both channels with the modding, for putting that information up. So guys, thank you very, very much. We do appreciate the assistance, so we can focus on getting you guys some good content. So you guys have been fantastic, and hats off to you guys as well.
Man,
for hanging in with us.
All the new faces we've seen today. I've seen
a lot of new faces
over today.
Matt Header Pop.
I've seen a lot of faces over there today. Now, I think just recently I found Cisco. Yeah, boy.
Funko Illuminati.
This week we found each other. I don't Funko Illuminati looks pretty new to me, even though I'm pretty sure I know who Funko Illuminati is. I'm pretty sure I know who he is on Instagram more than I do here on YouTube.
Oh, we just got a new one. Izzy Destroyer. Man, we've got so many new people on. It's been fantastic.
Right. So look, we truly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. That's really awesome to see all of these new faces today.
And of course, the old faces. No pun intended.
The old faces. Well, are you talking about Bearded Barbarian again? You're gonna have to stop. He's gonna quit being our friend. We're gonna have to quit doing this. Who is empty? Yeah, I'm not even gonna try it.
This one just popped on. I'm T Scratch. I've been listening a bit. Hey, I appreciate it. For a minute. Even if you're gonna sit and listen, I do appreciate you. Always thankful.
So, what do you have going on tonight? Do you have something coming on tonight? What about this?
I do have Techbot After Dark coming up at 8:00. I actually have Shannon is going to join me. If you guys haven't remembered, we had Shannon. I think in one of the last What's in Their Collections. Fantastic dude. We're gonna be talking about WandaVision, because of course we know WandaVision comes out next Friday, the 15th. I know
it's coming up.
I'm ready for it.
So with that being said, now remember this, not this Saturday, but next Saturday when it comes out. So that'll be on a Friday. We will do another review like we did with The Mandalorian. We're all still going to talk about the time, so I'm not going to talk about the time that will be on there. Maybe it'll be the same time.
The Funko Brothers in here.
Don't really know. We'll make sure that we announce that next Friday. So just keep that in your mind. Is coming up. What else you got going on? Any cool mystery?
I got back on my schedule finally this week, which was always good to see. I got videos. I have videos out. I've already got stuff recorded. I just got to finish editing them, and we'll have videos out Tuesday, Thursday, and then of course the lives next week. I don't think I have anything new coming out, or I'm not. I planned on going on anybody's shows, but then again, things come up last minute sometimes, and you just kind of got to jump on. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on. I did finally, and I might actually do it tomorrow morning. I may do a impromptu live tomorrow morning because the family is talking about going over to Disney Springs. So, and I've got a brand new toy that I want to play with because I finally got my gimbal. And I am ready to play around with that.
There you go.
How it works out. So I may do an impromptu live stream from Disney Springs tomorrow morning. We plan on going in the morning because it gets crazy at Disney Springs on the weekend. So go and hang out with that. So I haven't put anything. If you see something probably between tonight and tomorrow morning pop up there, that's probably going to happen.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and get off here so you can have a little bit of break before you jump into your 8 o'clock. I don't really have anything going on next week. Y'all know
What do you have? I know you got your videos and all that stuff. What you got coming up?
just winging it. I'm always just gonna wing it. I don't really have any videos next week now.
What about the giant empty shelf you got back there? What's up with that one?
Well, I'm going to do a whole collection video next week, so there'll be that one coming up. I'm not going to tell anybody what the collection is. It's probably Back to the Future or something.
It's probably one of my favorite collections.
Probably one of those, something to that effect. So, anyways, other than that, I haven't really bought any pops in a while. I think next week I'm going to go looking for some. Maybe you'll see some new. Maybe you'll see some. What do you call it?
Do some hunt videos?
Videos, maybe something to that effect. I don't really know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to like Nerf gun wars more than anything at this point. I need some. What do you call it? Adolescent humor in my life at this moment. I need some of that in my life. No
Fortnite, Wayne's wife. No Fortnite.
Yeah, no, I don't. Probably not. But I mean,
don't get Barbarian started with that because we're not doing any more Fortnite.
Nothing really going on.
That one has already gone into the garage with Annabelle. So
nothing really going on. But hey, hey
guys, I want to thank you guys all for coming and hanging out with us. We had some great guests on today. We do thank them for their time and coming on and joining us. I want to thank every one of you guys in the chat. You guys have been fantastic. I know, again, we were focusing on the chat or the guests, but you guys have been fantastic in that chat, keeping it up. Mod's been fantastic. So we want to just thank all you guys for continuing to help support and keep what we do having fun. So, we appreciate you all coming out every single week. And until next time.
Guys, don't forget that we got a Patreon-only giveaway coming up here soon.
Don't forget about that.
We got one coming up here soon, so make sure that y'all, if that's something that you're into, the links will be down in the description below. Go check those out.
By the way, too, real quick, Patreon, I have the new stickers are ordered, and they're going to be posted on the Patreon site first, and the Patreon people are going to be getting the stickers before I even announce them. So if you want to get in on those, definitely get on over to Patreon as well as get a chance to get to that giveaway. So until then, we appreciate you. Links in the description all down below. Smash that like button if you haven't done so. Otherwise, y'all have a fantastic night and don't do nothing I wouldn't.
Have a good night, guys.